Stevie, very good performance from the boys to get the win on Friday. Does everyone have a sort of pep in their step when they come back into the joint after such a, well, not just a win, but such a good win like that?
Nah, it's obviously good. Everyone loves getting a win and stuff like that. To do it like that was good, but no, everyone's level headed. We know we've got a short turnaround and we have to regroup and go again. So the focus was recovery, and we go from there.
In terms of recovery, mate, it must feel like your senior teammates are going down like flies at the moment. Andreas, the latest one, I guess. How's is there any word on Andreas? I mean, I guess he's out for the game tomorrow night, but any word on how long he'll be out?
No, not yet. I think they're still waiting for things to settle down and then make the assessment from there. So that's the last I've heard. But yeah, he's in good spirits. He's not too down and stuff like that. So I think hopefully he'll be back sooner rather than later.
I mean, you like speaking after the game the other day. Aurelio said that he's never seen anything like this injury crisis that you're going through. I mean, when so many players are going down, what's it like in the dressing room when you look around and every other week some a senior really good contributor is going down? What's that like?
Yeah, it's hard. You look around the change room and there's a lot of experienced and players out. While you look at the players that are out there, most of them are internationals as well. So that hurts the team. But I think the boys that have come in and we look around to those boys that have come in, they've done excellent jobs. But again, yeah, it's tough to see. Obviously, they want to be out there and it's unlucky, but it's part of football. And it's obviously a very, very unlucky run. So, yeah, obviously it's hard to see, but we can't worry about it too much because we've got a job to do. We've got to go out there and maybe us older boys that are out there have to step up a bit more and draw on these players that aren't as experienced to step up and be and act more experienced. So I think that's a good thing that we've had the last few weeks. And I think on the weekend it showed Harry stepping up and scoring a goal and Nate grabbing his first. So I think players are stepping up and realising that we're the ones on the field and we have to do it.
Because yourself, mate, you've been a bit of a Mr. Fix It at City, especially under Aurelio, playing so many different positions. You're playing, as a wing back at the end of last season. What's it like for you just being, I guess, not only asked to plug all these roles, but also, I guess, being trusted to plug all these roles for the coaches?
Yeah, it's good. It shows that they trust me as well, and being able to do a job in multiple positions. I think as a footballer these days, it's quite valuable, and especially now with a bit of injuries. So I think that's important, being able to adapt and help the team wherever you can. I'm someone that does that and enjoys doing that. So, yeah, obviously I'm always a team first player. So if it means having to play wing back or whatever, I'll do it and stuff like that to get the result. But, yeah, I think as a modern football, it's a quite important role these days.
And yourself, mate, was a bit of a student of the game, someone that lives and breathes football. Aurelio got his first pre-season, proper full pre-season with the squad this year. What have you noticed about the way that you're playing this season compared to last and what you're trying to execute despite the players going down? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, loving it. I think we're pressing a little bit differently this year and a bit more aggressively, which I think is paying off. And we just need to now extend that for longer periods in the games. So I think that's the next step for us and playing a full 90 minutes and doing the right things for 90 minutes. So I think, yeah, it's been a good preseason. It was very hard, obviously, as people know. It's quite a tough preseason, but I think we're seeing the benefits of it now, having these 3 or 4 games in short turnarounds and being able to repeat these efforts and the games and the performances.
Yourself, mate, it's not only the tough physical ask of short turnarounds, but you've got a new bub at home as well. What's it been like juggling the demands of being a new father and a footballer?
Yeah, it's been interesting to say. So obviously finding the balance early was a bit hard, and getting his sleep pattern has been a bit of a challenge. He's not the best sleeper, but we have to find ways around that. Myself and my wife, which we have. She's been excellent at that, and getting close to games, prioritizing sleep, whether that's sleeping in the spare room or things like that. It's just finding little things that work. But it's been, yeah, we've loved every minute of it. He comes to games now and he enjoys it. He's starting to become more reactive. So yeah, we're loving every minute of it.
Is there a collection of dads amongst in the dressing room where you also like trade tips or just all of that sort of stuff? Because you're at the age where you're having babies and all of that, a few of you.
Yeah, there's plenty of us now. We all sympathise with each other in our lack of sleep. It's more like how many hours of sleep did you get last night, sort of thing. But no, it's been good. It's been good. Everyone's helped around the club and on and off the field, so it's been an amazing time.
And tomorrow night, mate, you've got Western United. I guess, firstly, how are you feeling? Are the legs tired? You're going to be good to back up?
Yeah, obviously we've got all the things here that'll help us back up in terms of recovery and things like that, and doing the right things. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a tough game. Obviously they're in a good run of form, so it's up to us to play our game and focus on us, and then we go from there. So I think yeah, it's going to be a very good game. So it's always yeah, looking forward to that one.
Because you got Auckland at the moment out in front, but then you look at the table, victory on 19 points, and then third through sixth, all on 18 points, including you guys. Does it feel like that as you're a player going out there that this league is that compact and like it's really there's a lot of parity in the league at the moment?
Yeah, I think obviously in general in a salary cap league that tends to happen more often. But I think with the way the league is and the younger players, I think teams are quite even this year, more so than the last few years. So I think it's going to be a tight year all the way to the end, especially now coming in and adding buys into the league. I think that's a bit different of a. It's a bit of a smokescreen in terms of games played and things like that, what we haven't seen in the last few years. So I think it's going to be close all the way, I think, to the end. And then, yeah, it's about keeping up and picking up points where we need to. So I think that adds that extra bit of pressure this year as well.
But I guess does it bode well that you're right there in the mix? You're on 18 points. You're right in the mix of things, but you still have to like get Matt Leckie back, Marco Tilio back, Max Caputo back. All of these senior contributors and attacking contributors that even without them, you're right up there, and you've only got them to come in.
Yeah, it's obviously a massive confidence booster when we can get them back because you look at the quality that these players have in terms of Lecky, Tills, and Maxi. Maxi's a young striker that was looking unbelievable in preseason. So I think when we do get these players back, it's going to be a massive boost to us to be bringing even these players that we have on the bench and things like that. It's going to have an extra injection, and then yeah, to be performing and where we are at the moment, it's just going to add more to the game.
Because Western United, their game, of course, one of the most extraordinary endings we've seen in any A-League games. I guess when a team's coming in with their tails up like they must be after a game like that, how do you approach things as an opposition? Like, is it just about maybe like getting on them early and just taking the wind out of their sails? How do you approach a team that is, well, buoyant, like I imagine Western United are at the moment?
Yeah, I don't think there's much different to it in terms of they're coming in form. We're just aware of it and expecting that they're going to come out obviously hot and firing. But again, I think if we play our game and stick to our process, I think it'll be just a good fiery start and things like that, and we'll be ready for their good form. Obviously, confidence. So it's just I think as well looking at ourselves and doing the things that we do right will affect them.